Hello, and welcome back to another episode of The Aftermath. I am the man with the plan, apparently, Matt Stevens, and I'm also here with, he's got quotes, he's got scripts, he's our film fanatic, Tom Roach.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, you?
Good, yeah, not bad. So, Tom, what are we here to discuss today?
We're going to discuss the Hobbit films.
We are, yeah.
What we've seen so far and what we expect to see from the Hobbit there and back again.
Yeah, so,
December.
I mean, for those who don't know, if you don't want to know, spoiler alert, big flashing red sign, spoiler alert.
It's been a book for 70 years.
Really, hopefully you should know by now. But, some people haven't seen it, so just tell us where are we at the moment in the story.
So basically, Desolation of Smaug. Smaug is apparently how it's pronounced. Smaug, the dragon, is... Smaug. Yep. He's heading off to Lake Town to fuck shit up, basically. And
as they say in,
Middle Earth. He wants to destroy Lake Town, and it's not going well for people. The dwarves have taken back Erebor, sort of. Ish. They're alone in the big mountain halls. The dragon's gone, but have they really reclaimed it? But we're just fooling around at the moment. But basically, what do you expect from the third film?
I mean, obviously, it's going to be half the film is going to be finishing up the Hobbit.
Yeah.
It's obvious. Hobbit, small book, 3 films. Possibly not worth it, but of course there's all this extra stuff with the Necromancer.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to see some fantastic fight with Gandalf, Galadriel, and Necromancer and
Saruman,
people.
Elrond. Hopefully.
The White Council, basically.
Yeah. Hopefully. I don't know if they'll do that, but I hope they do.
Well, it's in the appendices. I think the appendices of the Lord of the Rings. So hopefully that is what we will be seeing.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll be the finale of the film, though, because Gandalf obviously arrives at the Battle of the Five Armies, but in the book The Hobbit, it's not clear where he's been.
Yes,
that comes in the appendices.
Of course, that's after this.
But I think if they're going to connect it to Lord of the Rings, and that's basically what they're doing, putting in all this extra stuff, that must have to be the final set piece, I reckon.
Yeah.
So I reckon Gandalf will turn up at Battle of the Five Armies, and he will tell the story to Bilbo as they're going back.
You don't think it happens... Oh, you think it happened...
It did happen in between.
It did actually happen in between.
But, it happened the same time, sort of like Lake Town was happening.
Right, okay, yeah, I didn't realise that. I always just assumed that it was actually after the Five Armies.
No.
And that Gandalf came back in between this, sort of thing with Necromancer.
Yeah.
So, hopefully it'll be good.
Yeah.
what was your thoughts about the last film?
Well, the second one was a great improvement. I thought the first one was very childish, obviously.
Well, yeah, it's a child's book.
Yeah,
but
but
we've got to remember this.
They can make an effort.
It feels almost in place with the Lord of the Rings, but also slightly separated in just how light the mood is compared.
Yeah, in a way, it feels like they're not the same movie.
Yeah, they're not. Well, they are the same universe, but not.
But it just feels so different that it's like they're not related in any way at all. Obviously they are, but I'd like to see the last film go a bit darker.
Yes, definitely. I think it needs that that darkness added to it, because if you think about the Lord of the Rings, they did get darker over time. They're all pretty dark anyway.
Yeah.
If you Fellowship,
Yeah, but it definitely turns into something more.
Definitely, yeah.
But I think the chapters they're going to cover in the final book, and like with the Necromancer as well, there's going to be some pretty dark stuff, and they're going to explore Thorin Oakenfield's character a bit more.
Yes. Yeah.
If you've read the book, he's quite an interesting character. And then just one thing I want to say about the splitting it into 3 movies, and I now think it's justified even after just seeing 2. And my reason for that is, even with the extra stuff, if they took all of that out, maybe it'd only be 2 films, but I think they needed to give character development to some of the dwarves, and if they put it in one film,
some of the dwarves
it'd just be 13. Who are they?
Yeah.
I mean, so they've not been given. Some of them have been given a lot, like Barlin has been given a lot.
Of course, yeah.
And
some of them are a little bit more in depth, but some of them you actually don't really are. Speaking of dwarves, just to round up this this little aftermath, name all of them.
Okay, so you've got Thorin Oakenshield, Barlin Dwalin, Philly.
I promise he's not looking, by the way.
Oin, Glorin, Biffa, Boffa, Bomba, Dori, Ori, Nori.
Well, there we go. So, for all things films, keep coming back to Culture Shock.